guys, the tune is loaded. I have a check engine light. I gotta see if it's because of all the sensors that are unplugged. But right now what I want to do is put the bumper back on. So it's time to get that done. And it is the moment of truth. We're gonna find out if the shit fits. Okay. There is a plug. Right here. Oh my God. This is so fucking tedious. Alright, you guys, before I get too far, I don't know what the fuck this goes to. Okay. This is all looking okay right now. This looks like it's clearing. Everything's clearing. Intercooler is hidden. Okay. And this part right here. Okay, give me a second. I need to think. I need to figure out if that sensor is something I unplugged. Guys, I remember where it is. Okay, there's a sensor down here on the bottom. Yep, right there by the aluminum frame guard. This is where this gets plugged in. I should have plugged this in a while ago. Okay, I felt it click, it's good. Alright, fuck yeah, we're back in business. Whew. Okay. Well, maybe not back in business, because we're struggle city over here. Okay. This side seems to be going good. Sort of. So, what's missing? Okay. This needs to go in there. Is it anything hitting? Nope, not that I can see. But this does have to go all the way in though and put pressure on here, I think. And so there's this right here. Okay. Something is hitting here. I need to see what it is, and I think it's from below maybe. So from underneath We're not lined up. What is stopping us? Okay. Come on. Oh, I see. I have these guys stopping me. Now we're lining up. Okay. We are looking good on the bottom. Let's go back to the top. All right. Not so good on top, but we're getting there. We are getting there. All right. Before I start pushing on tabs, because this is how you get bumper sag. I need to make sure everything's aligned. Something's catching right here, and I want to know what the fuck it is. Okay, so that's that. Got that guy. Okay, I know this was messed up when I was looking at it earlier. This needs to be on the inside. There we go. Alright, bumper had to come off again because this needs to be trimmed in order to make this useful right here, because it's blocking the air. So we're gonna do that right now. I just marked it where it needs to be trimmed, and then we'll put the bumper back on. Alright guys, there it is. That is the cutout for the intercooler. So let's get the bumper on and see if it'll actually match the spacing. Alright guys, I got the bumper back together and the guard is in. And if you guys remember, there's the hood latch. This will have to come back off. I gotta add hood pins, but for now I'm just putting it on. And we're gonna make a lot more adjustments. I just need to get the car running, so I need to tighten up the struts because the strut brace is not on right now. So before I forget, I need to tighten those up, and then we need to get the car on the floor and get it moved out, rinse it off, and then I gotta go shower. The goal, okay, so I need to wire, even if it's temporarily, I need to wire the methanol controller, so that when I drive it, it's still spraying if I go into a little bit of boost, so it's not running lean. So yeah, this thing is filthy, and it has oil from when I sprayed oil. The bumper was sitting over there, and I ended up screwing up and putting too much pressure on the when I primed the Rotrix reservoir. What's up, guys? Alright, what we have going on today is my battery died because I was fucking around with the door open too long and moving the seat back and forth, and so now I have the charger on it. One of the things that I'm doing right now, and I'm super excited because it looks like it's going to work out, is I went and got a custom dual gauge pod made of carbon fiber, and I'm being left in the dark right now. So I have zero communication with the people. They're from Malaysia, and I am in the middle of doing a patent for it because I think they want to mass produce it. So I have all the videos and pictures of my original design before I sent it. But for now, I have a temporary fix, and that is these carbon fiber gauge pods. So I have these carbon fiber gauge pods that I'm doing. I'm doing a dual gauge pod, and one of the things that I was wondering about is there's a shitload of cables that are brought over from the engine bay, and the concern was, is there enough space to run them down? And the answer to the question is yes, there is. I have a cable right here. It just so happens that there's a big gap right here that drops straight down right above the fuse block. So that part is good. I have a eBay special OEM pillar that I'm gonna destroy. My original one is right there, nice and safe. And the way I've already started this, I didn't want to bore you guys with the thought process behind it, so I have painter's tape on it right now so I can draw on it. My first gauge is going to sit here. That's the Ethanol Analyzer gauge. That's going to show my content and fuel temperature, and it's going to sit like so, nice and tucked in this little crevice, and still lets the heat for like winter time come out of here for the windows. So there's space there. I already drew where I need to mount my bracket. And then now I have this one overhead, which is going to be kind of hard to see. These cables are thicker on this one because it's got a lot more information being fed to it. And this one's going to sit right above it. Let me switch hands and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Right about there. And so these will look like this. And it'll look a lot prettier when I'm done, but right now, one of the things that I am going to do is I'm going to make sure that these lines are symmetrical when I take this off. Another thing I got to be careful with is I have to put a piece of cardboard on my window when I take this off because it'll scratch my ceramic tint on the inside. And then as far as the little clips for this guy, let me show you guys something. These are a pain in the ass and almost everyone breaks them. When you take that pillar off, it has these clips on there, and what you do, this is how they sit. So this compressed all the way in is how it sits, and then when you pop it off, there's a safety on it, and so this is as far as you can get it. And then, so then what people do is they pull and pull and pull, and they break this part of the clip. This clip, when you pull it, get some needle noses, and what you have to do is you have to push these little outer pieces here. So you grab some needle noses like this, and you grab these two little edges, and it'll pop right off on both of them. There's two of them. So that's how you get these off. And I'm gonna have to transfer these to the other ones once I modify it, but for now I'm leaving them there. And then I'll just order some new ones just in case to have as backups. And then I'll fish the wires through. As far as the wiring, all you need is the input sensors coming in from the engine bay. And for the lights, so you're gonna need your 12 volt feed and your ground. And then this white wire, it's the same on both. This white wire goes to your headlight, and what it does is when your headlights come on at night, it'll dim both of the gauges so that they're not super bright, and it puts it into kind of like night mode. And then in the daytime, when your headlights are not on, they get brighter. So it's a great little feature. Everything else gets capped off. These aren't used. These are input output sensors. for like data logs and standalone ECUs. And so yeah, pretty straightforward. The plan is to get a nice clean little hole so I can route my wires in right after this is mounted. And so you're still gonna see the back of this. I may or may not shrink wrap it, I don't know. But I want the entry point as clean as possible into the back of the pillar, because it's gonna be visible from the window if you look close. So I don't want it to look gaudy. I don't know that shrink wrap would look great, but it might be an option. I don't know. I'll figure that out when I get there. But this is where we're at right now. So what's next is I am going to pull the pillar off, and I'm gonna mount these little brackets, and I'm gonna mount the gauges. I'm gonna run the wires to make sure they look good on there, and then do one last test fit, and then finish wiring everything up. I don't think I'm gonna have time today, so I'll finish this probably another day. Current update on the supercharger: my car is in limp mode because I don't have the VIN registered to the new ECU, so I have to either take it to the dealer to get the VIN written on it, or find somebody that has access to TechStream or a fancy little ODB that can do VIN writing. So maybe I'll look on OfferUp and see if somebody's available to come drive down here. There's a lot of mobile mechanics that have access to that. But that's where we're at. So next update will be placement and install of the gauges and along with the wiring. Before you guys freak out, the hole's already made. I'm just making it slightly bigger so that I can get these other screws in. I think the reason I want to use these is these specific ones I have lock nuts for, and I'm not trying to have these come loose on me. And the gauge comes with these little like tappers. Those are great and everything, but not good enough. It needs to be nice and tight. I do want a nice fat washer in the back here, because I don't want the plastic to dent when I'm tightening it. So I want a nice big area to put pressure on the back. And it looks like I am gonna have to remove some of this on the back here. That'll give me room for the flat washer. And these are already kind of laid out where I want them, so I'm gonna make the holes. If for some reason I need to adjust one side to side, all I gotta do is oval out one of the entries, and that'll give me the adjustment I need. So I'm not really too worried about minor adjustments. This is pretty much close enough. That's how I'm gonna leave it. Alright guys, point of no return. Let's make sure I'm still lined up with the marks that I made. And it looks like we are. So now the big question is, how do I route my wires in there, right? And I need to make this hole while I have the tape on, and then I can take the tape off. So let's do that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount these, and I have to trim these as well because they can't go too far. There's an airbag behind this, so I can't have some ridiculous. This needs to be a little bit bigger. Okay, let's try this again. So best way to trim these is to get the nut all the way in, and then you cut it with some linemen's or a bandsaw. I have a bandsaw too. And then you take the nut off, and it'll finish fixing the threads that you fuck up at the end. So that's the trick behind that. Look at that. Beautiful. And one of the things I noticed is I'm going to have to trim these washers. I'm probably going to cut them with the bandsaw, and I'm just going to cut 2 edges on each side. Okay, I don't need to bolt those up. I just need to get these guys on. So this guy is the ethanol that goes on the bottom. I really wish these screws were black. Oh my God. There we go. Okay. We got this side. Maybe I'll paint the heads black. This is such a pain in the ass, putting this fucking washer in the middle. Oh my God, I got it. Yes. Okay, now I just gotta do this side. Alright. Now I just gotta figure out exactly where I want the hole to go in there for the cables. And it needs to be just right, because these have, I can slide them back and forth if I wanted to. So like this one, for example, can be slid back, and this one can be slid forward if I wanted it, right? And they get closer together. But if I do that, I want to make sure that I still have the option to slide it back. So I'm going to have to make it like right here. Oh man. So if you can see, I ripped the plastic enough to get the connectors in, but the cloth I left intact so that it can drape around the wires afterwards. So that is the plan for this. There we go. There we go. We got it. Okay, now we move this back. And get some of this cloth back in place. Like that. Okay. And one thing I should do, oh no, trying to get any of the white plastic to be not visible. Alright, that came off. Awesome. Okay. Now I'm just gonna get my little bar in there and just loosely put it on so it doesn't move as much as I had it moving earlier. Motherfucker. I'm running out of time, guys. I gotta go to work. Trying to get to a good stopping point. this will pretty much route like this where the wires are going into, so stoked. Alright, now I have no idea if this guy's gonna fit in here, but it should. It should fit. Oh my god, come on. Give me a fucking break. Ah. Motherfucker, come on. It's almost there. I got it, I got it. Yes. Okay, now all the little annoying connectors. These can go this way. Oh, maybe not. Fucking bitch, come on. Okay. And we're backwards. Alright. Alright, look at that. That's not too bad. Could have been worse. This is how it'll look. I believe we reached a point where I can fucking go to work. Oh, you know what? There's lock washers that go on those. And I forgot them. God damn it. Alright, I'll put them on this one. And I can put them on the other ones tomorrow. Look at that. I like it. I fucking like it. So I found some black bolts. And I'm going to replace them on this because I don't want this to stand out so much. So these will disappear real nice. I'm going to swap these out and then start feeding the wires through the side so I can run my gauges. So I got these at Ace Hardware. They were like 70 cents a piece, so it's a good deal. These look way better. I'm honestly blown away that it doesn't come with black hardware to begin with. And to be honest, I'm a little bummed out that I didn't get to use the inside ones black, but I'm not really trying to take those off, and they're really not noticeable. They're not it's going to be very hard to see that that's any other color. But maybe on Duke's pillar, when we do his for his ISF, we'll make sure to get all black hardware. Yeah, I'm surprised how well all of this worked. These little cuts that I made running the wire, the way the cloth looks still, very happy with it. Okay guys, so don't mind the pillar being gone. I need to test drive the vehicle real quick. So the car was on limp mode, and I think it was because there was no 12 volt power to the frequency clamp. And the reason for that is I have no clue. So the wiper fuse on both ends does not have any power. But I think my wipers work. So I fixed it. I switched it to the DRLs, so any switch 12 volt power source will work. So what was happening is my mass airflow wasn't reading at all. It had no voltage. So we're gonna check right now to make sure that it does have voltage, and I'm gonna hook up to my ODB, and let's see, mass airflow rate. Oh, I'm not connected. Whew, I almost freaked out. Come on. Yeah, I don't want to do a fucking update right now. Alright, we're reading something. There we go. Okay, we got some airflow. Alright, let's go for a test drive. This will officially be the first test drive with it running correctly. Last time all I did was go get some gas. So, I can't push it too hard, still on the braking period. So far there hasn't been any leaks. The car sounds healthy. I need to check the oil after I run about 50-60 miles through it. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it already feels better. Oh, we're building boost now. It's so loud. My valves are open right away because it's on a vacuum, and it's building boost and opening the valves right away. Oh my god. Shifting at about 4,000 RPM. It's nothing crazy. One thing I do want to check is to make sure that the meth injection's coming on. But I need it. It's set to start at 3 pounds of boost, so I'm assuming I haven't built 3 pounds yet.